And we're now getting in visuals of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who has met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. This meeting lasted for about 45 minutes to an hour. A sudden meeting that has also generated a lot of eyeballs, but this particular meeting is something that we'd like to highlight for our viewers, an important one that the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister has had with the Prime Minister of the country. And we're also learning that very shortly he might just be meeting with the BJP chief there, the interim chief, Nitin Nabin. So a lot of meetings on the card for Yogi Adityanath. He's currently in the national capital. But right now that meeting with the Prime Minister that lasted for more than 45 minutes has just concluded at the 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. So these are visuals of that very meeting. Possible cabinet expansion that might have been discussed in that meeting is something that we'd have to wait and watch out for, as more and more details will trickle out on what really transpired in this meeting. But there you see, at the lawn of 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Yogi Adityanath meeting in the national capital at the Prime Minister's residence. An important meeting, although rather sudden. Remember, this was not announced, but there were conjectures that have been drawn ever since after this meeting has been made public, that Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Possible discussions on cabinet expansion also might be on the cards. This was a meeting that lasted for more than 45 minutes as the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister met with the Prime Minister, and a lot of conjectures are also rife on why and what led to this sudden meeting of Yogi Adityanath with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember, when it is about leadership, as far as UP is concerned, there is a lot of chatter around it. But what really came out of this meeting, the outcome and everything, is something that we are waiting and watching out for, on what really trickles out as to what came out of this meeting between the Prime Minister and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. To discuss this further, we have Payal Mehta now joining us. Payal, what brought about this sudden meeting of Yogi Adityanath with Prime Minister Modi?
You know, the fact that it is a sudden meeting is, of course, there. But what has been out of that meeting, we'll have to just wait and see if there is any conversation which is comes out from either the Prime Minister's office, from Yogi Adityanath's office as well. But various conjectures have been made, given the fact that the UP has just got its new president just a couple of weeks ago as well. How is that taking shape? And there is also a pending reshuffle in the state of Uttar Pradesh, which is scheduled to take place. Remember, Uttar Pradesh is going into elections exactly a year later from now. And therefore, that discussion could have also been very important organization-wise. What's really the further steps to be taken? How is the organization taking shape from here on? What are the things that needed to be done? All of these could have been discussed with Yogi Adityanath being present there at the Prime Minister's residence. It looks like a very, very relaxed meeting, given the fact that looking at the pictures, you can make out that there is a very, very easy conversation which is flowing between the two as well. And if it was meant to be a secret meeting, Griya, then the pictures would have never been out. But like I said, we can just keep guessing as to what the possibilities of this meeting really are. The fact remains that Pankaj Chaudhary has just become the state president a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
How is his team going to take shape? How is the state reshuffle going to take shape? Because there has to be accommodation which has to be made for several castes that actually voted out the BJP in a big way in the Lok Sabha elections as well. So all that permutation and combination obviously will be discussed between Yogi Adityanath and Prime Minister Narendra Modi over there. And also the fact remains that, just about yesterday you had this big program which happened in Kashi for the volleyball tournament. The Prime Minister also participated in. How does that further take shape? What happens in the Prime Minister's constituency also remains to be seen as well. So multiple topics could have been there for discussion, but Yogi Adityanath certainly has come with a plan, because that's the reason you can see a stack of papers in his hands.
Right, absolutely. Interesting observation there, Payal. Thank you so much for all of those details. In all probability, the next who Yogi Adityanath is going to be meeting is the working president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Nitin Nabin.